This is Mrs. Walsh.
And Eily Rose.
And today we are going to talk to you guys about making junk journals. I know everybody's home and everybody's getting a little anxious, but these are just a fun little activity to do, and you can do journal writing in them, you could do sketching in them. They're just made with things that would be in your recycle box.
Or just junk.
Or just junk. Yeah, so we went to our recycle box and got out a bunch of things that were in there right now. We had old magazines,
A glitter box.
an old box. We've got papers, all kinds of mail. So we are going to use these items to help us make our journal. So Eily Rose decided that her little box was really cute, and she wanted to use this outside
as my cover.
This is your cover.
And I really liked it.
So we're gonna go ahead and show you an easy way to do this. So if you have to get mom and dad to help you with the cardboard, I'm gonna tell you that what's easiest to cut would be the inside of a magazine. So I found this little magazine here.
Or an old book that your parents don't use anymore.
Yes. So this would be something you could cut on your own.
Yes.
You just need scissors. And basically, I found a cute little flower that could be the outside. So you can find something you really like, the way it looks, or you can cover it up. And we're going to show you that in a minute. But this would be easy for you to cut on your own.
And you can just place it in your junk journal.
So this could be
you can put it on the cover.
Well, this could be a cover itself, and then you could add pages to it. So
yes.
that would be easy for you to do. But if parents are around to help you, you could use this a little bit stronger cardboard if you wanted to.
Yes.
Now, sometimes the cardboard doesn't shut as well. So what we're going to do, tell them, Eily, what we're going to do.
We're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to tape it together with tape.
Yeah, it helps it be a little more
flexible and easier to close.
So you can choose again when you're working. If you use a cereal box, that's a pretty easy thing to use. You could use, we found this, Wheat Thins. It's a great box. It's thin enough. You could probably cut that on your own. This we're going to put down, and we're going to tape the center of it. Just leave a little space in between.
A little space.
Okay. Get the tape, Eily Rose.
Okay. Yeah.
Get a little bit closer.
And then you just place it down and try not to mess it up.
You can like both sides, and then you can go around the back and the front, both sides. And then maybe go one more time with it.
One more time to make it sturdier.
And if you don't have tape, there's another thing you can use. We found a big, huge envelope in the mail, and I cut a piece of paper. You can also do the same.
And you can just glue it on.
Same thing with a piece of paper.
Yeah, same thing. Just wrap it around two times or one, and then cut it, and then glue it. Easy peasy.
That could be your spine of your book. So here it is. So here's her book. It shuts a little bit easier now. And so what we're going to do, she won't really need to decorate the outside of hers, but I made this little one earlier. And for this one, I've already filled it, but I decided I wanted, instead of showing that side, I wanted to show the brown side. So you can decorate it any way you want to. And we'll talk about that in a second, but she's going to leave it this way, and she's going to fill her book. We cut some scraps already. So we have some scrap papers we found.
Yeah, I just found them laying around the house or in the garbage or recycling bin.
Okay, so you're just going to fold them in half. Start folding, Eily. Fold them in half, and then put them in your book. We have old plans. These are old building plans, architectural plans, old construction paper, old notebook paper.
You can pretty much use any paper, but we wouldn't recommend cardboard.
Not for the
yeah,
for the
not
pages.
yeah, not for the pages, for cardboard.
So what do you do, Eiley, if it's too long for the book?
You just cut it.
You could cut it, or you could make a page that folds out. Could have a fold out or fold in page.
Yeah.
So then it
you
folds
could like
out.
fold it out.
So you have a little interesting page there.
Mm-hmm.
Also do pockets the same way.
Oh yeah.
So here's a
pockets,
piece
you
of
really do
mail.
pockets.
I cut this up earlier, and there's a perfectly good page we can use. So
Yeah.
put that one in there.
Just put it in there with the weird flap.
Okay. Now here's one that if it's too long, you can also fold it up, and that will give you a little pocket.
And
So
then
hold
you
it.
could just like
Tape the
tape
edges.
it, or you could use a rubber band.
Well, we could tape this first. I like tape
Yeah.
the edges of the little
Yeah, tape.
pockets, and that can go in there. You can have a little pocket to put things in, write
And
little
to
notes.
seal it in the middle, you could just use a rubber band. Just slide it across, and then you got it.
Yeah. So if you to bind the whole thing together, we could use a rubber band.
And
We could use, if you don't have yarn, we have yarn. If you don't have yarn at your house, you could use an old shoestring. Sometimes you have old shoes. We got into the Goodwill box, and there were t-shirts. You could even, this is what this is, a strip of her old t-shirt. So if you have an old t-shirt, you could cut a strip off of that and use it for a little tie, and it's even kind of stretchy, which looks cute.
yes.
Ribbon, you could use ribbon, a rubber band. You could use a hair tie to tie it together. So here's a hair
There's
tie.
many different ways you can do it.
Yeah, let's use the shoestring because it's pretty. So when you tie this together, you might need to have a friend help you hold it still. You could tie a bow. If it goes twice, you could do it twice. Wrap it around another time. Open it up, Eiley.
Okay.
And you can always add more pages to it later too.
Yes, so you can.
Okay, so we'll just tie it. Put your finger in there. And then this one, we won't have to decorate the outside, will we? Because it's already
No.
decorated. But so it looks really cute when you finish. Just put a little tie there. Those were her old shoes, the shoelaces that we didn't need anymore. And so mine, here's an old journal. I made this a long time ago. This I just used a marker to doodle on the front of. So you could doodle. And then here's another one we did with wrapping paper. So this is an old one we made, and it was right over an old book. So you could even do it on an old book that you're planning to get rid of or throw away. And you can write notes inside. We just glued things in. You could draw in it. You could do anything you want. So sky's the limit with this project. There's so many different things you can do.
So many.
And if you do not have glue, that was one of the things we're going to show you, is you could just make your own glue too.
You can use flour and water and just mix it together.
Yes.
And it's non-toxic, and you can totally eat it, but it may taste disgusting.
We don't recommend that. Okay.
Yeah.
But we like to make collages. So on the front of this book, you could cover it. We looked through magazines. You could cover it with a color from a magazine, something you like the way it looks.
Like
you could just put that over.
Like kind of
Or a
things.
little piece of
Like
artwork you could find.
You could look through old books.
You could. And then this glue, if you don't have glue, this paste works awesome. So it's pretty much
Yes.
equal parts. We used 1/8 of a cup, so a little just for today, just to have enough for today. So 1/8 of a cup of flour and 1/8 of a cup water, and we mixed it up. It was a little thin. I added just a little more sprinkles of flour.
And then
But what you could do, you could just paint this on here. We tested it.
with a paintbrush.
It works well, so it's starting to get thick because we made it earlier, but you just paint it on and then you can cover your book.
It's really easy and simple to make,
And it's fun. What kind of
Yes,
things can you do
fun.
inside, Eiley?
what?
What kind of things could you put inside the book?
Like, you could like glue in magazine covers, or like cool designs from a magazine.
But could you write on your pages? You could
Yes,
do some journaling.
you could like put paper,
sketching.
you could put white paper in it, or you could like put note papers in it and just.
I know my kindergartners were making a book and they were making all about themselves. So that would be a fun thing for you to do.
Yes, they were making small ones like this.
So I just cut a heart out of the magazine, just a little page, and I'm going to put the heart on there too. So
And
you can
just
overlap, just paste it on. And then you'll have a cute little cover. So, oops, there it is. You may have to hold it for a minute. And there's a cute little journal.
Yeah.
So
and
that
you may
is,
need to hold it down a little bit.
yes, you'll hold it down for a few minutes. So that's how you make junk journals. If you have any questions, you guys can email me.